Yo, what is up everyone? This is OJ over here from PlayerEssence, bringing you the latest news, rumors, and discussion on the Nintendo NX. So let's go ahead and get right into it. We have an update video from the user who called himself on Reddit. Untypedhero said he is a developer or has contact sources. He was actually verified on Reddit, but there's been some shady stuff at least going on with this last one. Now, he put up some new information that My Nintendo News actually did an article on, but then he deleted it. But you can still see the Reddit page, and My Nintendo News actually has everything here. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about all of this stuff. DDR4 memory, capable of outputting 4K, Amiibo functionality, but he made a couple slip-ups here. At least that's what some people are saying on Reddit, that are saying that debunks this whole thing, but there was a little bit of a misunderstanding from his part, so I'll get into both sides of that. He says the retail name for the Nintendo NX is unknown to developers, or at least they're holding back. I've asked multiple sources. I know of at least one third-party Wii U game that has been successfully ported to the Nintendo NX. Amiibo are still supported, if you haven't already guessed. He says friend codes are still a thing, unfortunately, and that is the controversial thing that he said. I don't know when the Nintendo NX will be announced. Speculation is this month. There are multiple gimmicks with the Nintendo NX. One is optional. There are physical dev kits out in the wild. I don't have access to these. I don't know the model of the GPU. However, there is little doubt from what I was told that it's AMD. The Nintendo NX is capable of outputting 4K. Consensus is upscaling and streaming. DDR4 memory between 6 to 8 gigabytes is available to software, so it could have more total, but there's 6 to 8 gigabytes available just for the software, which is more than the PS4, which is I think what, 4 to 5, somewhere in that range. So pretty cool there. He says, next, just to be clear, although there are dev kits out there, I highly doubt that we will get a direct leak from any studio that will have them. Apparently, friend codes wasn't the correct term. You can only add people you know. So he made an edit there. Some people were still like, no, you debunked the whole thing. You use friend codes. Nintendo's using Nintendo Network ID. So he made a mistake, I guess, and he tried to correct himself there. And like I did state, he did remove that original post from the Reddit thread, but he is verified. So I did want to talk about some of this stuff here. So now this is the first time that we've heard this type of RAM. He says DDR4 RAM in there, 6 to 8 gigabytes for games. We're starting to get some rumors that are coming in that are trying to specify exactly how much you have for games. Last time we heard was 9. At this point, he says 6 to 8. So a lot of this stuff, like with the dev kit, is still up in the air. It's still up in the air as far as how much you're going to be able to use, what developers doing. The tools are improving and changing each time. If this stuff is true, like I said, it's all still rumor at this point, but if this stuff is true, this is the reason why you're kind of seeing different things going here and there as far as the RAM and how much it can use for games, for the OS, because there has to be some reserved for the OS, there has to be some reserved for the games. For those who don't know, like the Wii U, for example, it has 1 gigabyte reserved for the OS and it has 1 gigabyte reserved for games. I guess many developers did see that as a problem, especially concerning with the PS4 and Xbox One, you can use a lot more for games. That is an issue. It seems like Nintendo is rectifying that issue if this does turn out to be true. Another thing that I want to talk about is the 4K. So he says that, once again, 4K, we're hearing that. 4K for streaming and upscaling. I don't know about that. I don't know. That would be very forward thinking from Nintendo. 4K TVs are not common at this point, and that just seems like something Nintendo wouldn't do. But then again, you have to look at it as far as what Nintendo did with the Wii U. They went really low budget on a lot of different things and ended up biting them in the butt. So maybe they're probably thinking we need to go a little bit higher end for this system and see what price we can get it at, where people are going to be excited to pick it up, and obviously the games. Amiibo support is a 100% given. Amiibo, if there's anything that came good out of this generation for Nintendo outside of the Nintendo 3DS sales, or really anything that came from Wii U, really, because Wii U has that built-in NFC connection, was Amiibo. Amiibo was probably their crown jewel because that is making Nintendo millions upon millions of dollars. They are selling so many of those figures, so yeah, that is definitely 100% coming to Nintendo NX. Nintendo would be crazy not to bring that over. Talks about there being multiple gimmicks with one being optional. We're going to have to see on that one. I think Nintendo is going to take the low road on this route. I think they're going to provide a little bit more of a traditional experience with the gimmicks, sell them separately, which I think it should be like that. That's how Nintendo's usually had that in the past. Like, for example, the Super Nintendo. You can buy the Super Scope, you can buy this stuff for add-ons. I think the NES, some of them came bundled with like ROM and all that, but really it came with the standard controller as well, which is the main thing. So hopefully if they do have the gimmicks and stuff like that, that's fine. You can have them. Nothing wrong with trying something new, but please add it in there as a bundle. Do not make it the main thing, the main way. Please have it as extra. And that's pretty much all he had to say on the matter. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Alright, that basically wraps it up for this video, guys. Make sure you hit that like button if you did like it. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. Also, subscribe to PlayerEssence for more news, reviews, trailers, tips, and tricks, and everything on the Nintendo NX. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you for the next video. Peace!